and welcome to episode 227 of our multi-leveling journey. We find ourselves in Dustwallow Marsh, finishing up some of these quests. Got spiders to kill in a bit. We've also got the last few Murloc heads, where we relogged earlier. And then we need to swim down and get the captain's documents. Well, of course, being mindful, shark-infested waters. Going to be kind of playing quest catch-up for a bit, and probably look for maybe another Razor Fen Downs, Scarlet Monastery for the priest, Cathedral. Zul'Farrak for the rogue, and both Shaman and Druid and priest need to do some catch-up questing. Go. Oh yes, and we also want to train skills, don't we? So, the heads. The kelp. come to the shore. Head down and get the documents. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to booster. I want to do the take-in quest as well. Ching to be 250. Good morning, Paul. Just keeping an eye out for sharks while we get these documents. Letting it get to a safe distance. Question now, of course, is do we half train skills and come back? Probably the better choice. I'll be looking for some more dungeon runs later on.
You wish to speak? Winds be acrobat.
How important is it? Oh, the fairy fire will make a difference. Head to Thunderbluff. So we've got 2 quests handed in Shimmering Flats as well. You do Desolus. We want to get necklace recovery from our. And we can do request Alderman. We want to skill train. Want to grab tab of task. Got a Wrathy elite quests to do. Could be an option. We've got Badlands stuff to do. Swamposaurus stuff to do too. And how much is left in Stranglethorn? We've got Singing Blue Shards and the low-level troll quest. Hey, can't wait. Welcome back. Going to be doing some more questing on the Druid at the moment. Keep an eye on dungeons for later. Razor Fen Downs, the Druid, potentially. And Scarlet Monastery Cathedral for the priest. Need to restart my mage at some point, but I want to get a report in for the grief first. So you got dual spec on priest and change talents. I haven't tried in dungeon yet. Yeah, I can attest that it feels super nice, and as long as you've got gear that's int spirit based, it's really smooth. You end up with a decent mana pool, lots of spirit for and divine spirit, of course. You just need to make sure the play style is important as well. Keeping spell casts in tight windows. Yeah, you don't need spirit tap for the healing. You don't even need it for the leveling with that spec, actually. Yeah, so you want to keep spell casts in tight windows so that you can not cast for as long as possible and allow your spirit regen to kick in. that way you can maintain 80% plus mana at all times. And, well, I mean, you saw some of the Razor Fen Downs. I basically didn't need to drink the entire dungeon, apart from rebuffing Fortitude, because that's just absurdly expensive. But most people, when they heal, because of how they heal, they end up to stop and drink loads. Been using downrank to heal with Spirit Tap before and never had a drink. But we'll try to take advantage of mana for 5. Yeah, Spirit Tap. Well, the thing with Spirit Tap is that you have to get the last hit. Otherwise your Spirit Tap doesn't proc. So if you're healing and you're not getting last hits, Spirit Tap is worthless. Yeah, like it does nothing. Yes. On early level dungeons, it's not too hard to get that. But like when you're doing the higher level dungeons, you can't afford to focus on damaging mobs particularly. You know you've really got to keep your eye on burst damage. And like lining up heal casts so that you can heal renew and keep the interruption to your spirit refreshing your mana to a minimum. I mean, as for the down ranking, the higher ranks of, while you're leveling, the higher ranks of healing spells are more mana efficient. So, like what I generally do for healing, is like I'll have the standard spells at maximum rank, so things like Powered Shield, Renew for the Druid, Regrowth, Rejuvenation. I'll keep those at max, and then for the cast time spells, I'll have a choice between the top 2 ranks, because you only need to use the cast time spells when someone's taking a lot of damage and you want to heal a big chunk. So like for the Druid, that's Healing Touch 6 and 7 at the moment. And if I just open the spellbook, show the different ranks. So if I go through the Healing Touch ranks, it starts off at 1.93 heal per mana, and it slowly increases. And then the last 2 ranks, 2.55, 2.65. So like it's not a huge jump each time, but if you can use the higher rank spell, you will get more mana efficiency out of it. So I don't know if you use an add-on that does heal prediction, but if I use Healbot, for example, if you've got somebody who's lost health and you're casting your healing touch, it'll sort of mark in an estimate of where their life will be after the heal goes off. Now, obviously, that's not completely accurate because there is some variation in how much healing you actually goes out, but it's useful. It's useful to be able to see. That way, you can also do heal cancelling. I don't know if you're familiar with heal cancelling, where you know that there's going to be a heal needed soon, so you cast, and then if the damage isn't high enough, you tap movement to interrupt it, and then start casting again. You use it a lot, yeah. It's, again, a lot of people, especially people new to healing, don't do that. It has quite an impact, really. Yeah. What does this do? What's the difference? Rank 1, 50 mana, 65% chance. Oh, Entangling Roots, rank 1. It just upgrades the rank of Entangling Roots that they're being affected by. Oh, okay.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Yes, yeah, heal cancelling is super important to be able to... Sometimes just to not heal at all.
You wish to speak?
Because if you can get away with not healing at all, it's awesome. You can just let your mana tick back up. Everyone's still alive. It's great. No, not what I wanted. Meant to be feral. That's meant to be human form. Starfire 4. Emo Raw. That should have auto upgraded. Fire Feral Maul 5. Ravage 2. Regrowth 6. So you've always been using escape. I mean, I just use a movement key. Like the tiniest little tap interrupts the heal. And there's no need for like an extra macro or, you know, you don't need an extra button or to move your hand all the way to tap escape. Just little side step or back step, or it only has to be the tiniest movement. Yeah, just enough to interrupt it, and then cast. Well, you can start casting again much sooner. I do need to change spells. Change regrowth to rank 6. Is Tabitha's task quest not there? I need to do the encrusted tail fins as well. Now, annoyingly, Tabitha's task does not obtainable in Thunderbluff. I do have to go to Orgrimmar. I need one more quest log space. I can abandon that one.
Peace, friend.
Let's fly to Orgrimmar and pick up these 2 quests. And then we can decide exactly what order we're going to do this in. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the Christmas stuff, isn't it? Out and active. Two quests from here. Need Tabitha's task. We need the quest for the necklace from Alderman.
Hello, Mark. Later.
I'm so eager to jump in with wrong information. They're level 35 and asked about their pet quest. Which, I mean, isn't necessarily immediately obvious. Remember that they're a warlock and know that the pet quest is at the north end of wetlands.
May your blades never dull.
Sorry. That caps out quest log. We've got some stuff in Booty Bay. We've got lots of stuff in Dust Wallow. I think it's probably Dust Wallow Marsh that we need to go back on. At some point we'll do the Christmas quest lanes. But I need space in quest log. That's a nice direct flight at least. many levels is clarity? 2, 8. Doesn't feel like it's far enough away to be 51. That's where it sits apparently. And then we also get to grab our improved thorns, which is super nice for tanking. Yeah, so I think we'll hand in the Dustfall and Marsh stuff. Get as much of that out of our logs as possible. One of them we need to go to Ratchet to hand in, but we can hand that in on our way to Booty Bay. It's not going to be out of our way. Don't try shimmering flats. And that's tracked. Those are all hand-ins apart from the encrusted tail fins. It's just waiting for Stranglethorn Veil. Those are the marsh. That's waiting, that's waiting. In the hand in. Every quest needed at least. So we've got Deadmire, Tabitha's Task. We've got the Hungry Hand in. And then we've got the Spider Eyes. And Severed Head. Let's go north first. I think. Spider stuff out of the way. Yeah, I can already feel a little bit of a difference. Okay. Let's go into the tunnels then. Outside is very busy. There are stealth trolls in here, so you have to be a little bit careful. Yeah, stealth. Walk backwards a little. Are you going to do some life stuff? Yeah, well, thank you. I will try and have a decent stream. Hopefully everything will go nice and smoothly. And I'll see you later. I'll let you tick up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'll double. Yeah, not the worst. To check to see if there's any more stealth between here and there. But, kill the rest spider. Sort of Sash of the Owl. Kind of okay stats, but cloth. It's 40. we sensibly get up there from here. Just about.
Hey there. Have a good one. See you later. See you around.
Doing that one. Because it needs blacksmithing to complete. We can down this way, cut through. Swim across, etc. So that will go the long way around, essentially. Go counterclockwise, maybe.
You need something? Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Ah, okay. And I need mana. And back to a cat. Okay. We can turn in hungry. track some of these hand-ins in a minute.
Victory. Strength. Loktar. Go forth to victory.
So, sunken treasures and Booty Bay. Pearl diving, quest that we're wanting to do next. That's a hand in Ratchet. That's a hand in Thunderbluff whenever we get back to train fairly soon. That's Strangleform Veil stuff. That's Shaman Flats for later, Shaman for later. Bay. Alderman stuff. And Zulfa.
Bukra.
So, 2 Ratchet and Booty Bay then.
Look. May your blade
Let's have another check for dungeon groups. See what's looking. Alderman again. I don't want to look at Alderman. And RFD about it. Now, Shaman's played almost as much as the rogue. The priest and druid are on par.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Wait. Wait. Hang on. So they're like these are kind of the same level, very similar level. But the skinning, although it's given more gold-ish, has taken an extra day of played time. Accomplish that.
Talk to me. Right back. Glad I could help. Right back. What's up? Keep it real. Right back. Glad I could help.
What have we got missing here? Blood scalp ears. I'll take over. Oh, it's just not showing. Lower level.
Is money, friend. Hurry back.
Oh,
Well met, traveler. There's opportunity to be had here if you're clever enough.
some assembly required.
Yo. Keep it real.
Loktar. Say.
Well, I can do the blue pearls, and I can do the Vile Reef quest. That's easy. How fights will go? Swapping from aquatic to cat? I don't know. It might feel fine. Might be super annoying. Oh, I meant to buy the fishing book as well. And I did not.
How you doing? Later. See ya later. Come get the food. Careful. Relax. Be seeing ya. Hey there. Okie dokie.
Artist defense. Oh yeah, we can kill the ogres. And this is along with them raptors, you know, Shadowmoor,
Victory!
not on the raptors. Yeah. All fun. Okay. So the Vial Reef is going to be really. The blue pearls should be also really easy. Another one up there. Don't see anything. The tablet. A lot of people don't need and use the tablet this side away from the Murlocs rather than the tablet that's the Murloc's side of the gap, which is really useful to know. Or clams. I wonder if I try and take on this hunter. want to line up how much damage I'm doing. Breath was not an issue. That was one of the biggest useful things. Number 9. Yeah, so the fights felt okay. The fights did feel okay. I think I remember the foragers being annoying to fight. Maybe stick to just the warriors. Hunters. Hunters are ranged though, that's the only minor niggle with them. Maybe we head back to somewhere that they're a little more, yeah, a little easier to engage with and access. Get breath back. We try one forager, see how it goes. Double bleeds, obviously annoying. Okay. I mean, it wasn't horrible, just didn't feel as good as fighting the hunters and the warriors. Maybe rip instead. Would be better when it dies. Run. They trying to not do Swamp of Sorrows. Not Swamp. The Swallow Marsh. There's a warlock or warrior? The warrior, wasn't it? Yeah, I pearl diving. That's to go back to Arathi. 3 more tail fins. Oh, we can pull the warrior out. Right. Oh, oh, faster as well. Pull even more. I was really close enough to pull the oracle too. I would use aquatic form. Just want mana to tick up a bit. Okay. There's a breath back. That is and everything. Yeah. Oh. Now. And there we go. This annoying swimming question. So tail things to go back to the Shimmering Flats. I'll reef we hand in here. Can do the ogres.
Hello, man. See ya later. Later. See ya.
Hunt for you, Neku. Bloody burn next. This we could do later. The ogres we can do now. Might just be easier to abandon TR requests for the moment. Gonna be doing Alderman on the Druid for a little while. And again. Why are you fighting level 16 mobs as of level 14? don't get how people be so surprised by standard basic game mechanics. The mob is higher level than you. It's going to hit you more often and harder. So that's how the game works. Why, if you've currently got poor gear or even are low level, you, well, don't fight the higher level mobs because they're going to take less damage, take longer to kill, so they have more time to do damage to you. Enough witch doctors. Oh, I didn't take the enchantment quest, did I? Yeah, well, okay. That's Rockalisks done. That was easy. Yeah, we can... Rogue. What? Right. Let's, this list of pumps and calf.
What you want? Okie dokie.
Greetings, man.
Spirits.
Hinterlands. Yeah.
Stay away from them.
Strength and honor.
Zug zug. Dabu. Mogra.
Uh,
Taboo.
so, what do we need to do? We need to go back to Brisbane Downs. That's Arathi. That's actually in the Badlands. So we've got those 3 for Shimmering Flats. Best thing to do is actually go down to Booty Bay, swap west over. And this in. As long as it's 2kx, we ding and train. Ooh, next thorns and next swipe. Yeah, I want to ding.
Time is money, friend. Be good.
850
Have
that
a
was.
good one.
Yeah, what do you want?
Ah. So I move you.
Keep it real.
Hello, Pirate. How's it been? Well, the mage that I was making got griefed by high level handing in a quest in Thrall's chamber and spawning. I can't remember what the level the mobs are, but they 3-hit me. So that was fun. It's a quest to upgrade gear. Oh, gathering something. It's from an NPC just to the left side of the door in Thrall's chamber. I saw them there as I went in, and I saw them marked as AFK. So, although I was a little bit suspicious of them being there, I figured it was okay. But then, of course, they handed the quest in, instantly logged off, and we died. But they instantly go offline so that you can't report them afterwards. So it's a lot more difficult. I at least do have it, obviously, on stream and recorded. So I just need to find a suitable way to submit that to Blizzard. Yeah, just a straight griefer, deliberately handing in the quest as soon as the low levels entered the room. And then, obviously, logging off. Level 16. Just finished all of the starter zones, just prepped for Ragefire Chasm. It's only like 10 hours playtime total, but it's still deeply frustrating. It would be very nice to get griefers like that permanently banned, to be honest. Because it's not accidental, you know. They obviously sat there waiting long enough that they've been flagged as AFK. Yes, they could have potentially used the AFK command too. But I didn't look at them for very long, but it was long enough to see what their character name was. I've put it in a highlight clip, and hopefully I can submit that to Blizzard through a support ticket. But I don't want to delete the mage until the ticket's been submitted. I think they've had a chance to look at what happened. I don't know if they need any information from the character itself, you know?
What's up? Glad I could help.
Nothing else that we've got planned in apart from Thousand Needle stuff, is there? Nothing. Oh, Deadmire.
Yo! For real?
And in Deadmire and Thunderbluff. And train skills prior to dungeon. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know how long the wait will be, but I don't even know if they'll do anything. But people who repeatedly grief like that need to be gotten rid of from hardcore. I mentioned it to people in guild chat, and they said he's a known griefer, but that obviously because they log off immediately, and most people aren't streaming to catch the information, that you can't report them, and there's nothing that Blizzard will do. Anyway, I'm just gonna have a quick grab a drink before we start. I'll back in a sec. Okay, I am back. So we've got Rip Rake, Healing Touch, good. Razorfen Downs is where we're going at the moment. I keep trying for the leather gloves, but we will seem to get the cloak or plate armor drop from the spider boss. It's probably the last Razorfin Downs I'll run on the Druid. But we still need another level or two before I want to tank Alderman. And then we can go and train. It's a pair of random stat blue gloves that can roll with agility, which would be really nice. There's nothing really that compares dungeon drop wise with that for quite some time. So they're kind of good until mid-50s probably. Maybe until closer to the end-game dungeons. Blackrock Depth or something. If they can drop with decent stats, they can last a while, but it's not something that it's not something I want to focus farm.
Well met. Goodbye.
Right. So dark skin. It's 5. Break grip 2. Swipe 2. And then we got in touch 8. So you've heard, if the Druid tank, you've heard the gear is quite spread out. I mean, no more different from Rogue or Feral DPS gear. You just want stamina, agility. The agility helps with both avoidance and threat. It synergizes really well with Primal Fury. Doing more crits gives you more rage. I only have the one crowd pummeler. I'm currently using it, but at some point I will use some other weapon. And I'll probably have to try and get the tanking epic staff at some point. Crowd pummers are only best in slot for raiding as feral DPS. So you know they're not best in slot for tanking. Uh-oh. 7. 8. It's such a weird disparity between which is 1346. The total gold spent on training isn't that much different. I can only assume it's gold spent on repairs. Because this druid and the priest are very similar level. At 43, 44. But the amount of gold that they've got is so different. Really weird. Right. No, well, let's just run in and stop killing stuff. Yes, you only take durability damage from getting hit. Melee classes obviously do get hit a lot more. I should maybe have used an add-on to track it at some point. I don't know if Alcoholic keeps track of repair costs. No, it's just that the gold difference is like many gold worth of difference, you know? I mean, when the priest hits 44, there'll be another training cost. But it'll still be double. It'll be still like a 25 gold difference total. I mean, I suppose the priest is engineering, so there may be some gold made through that, a little. Whereas the druid is herb and alchemy. But even so, I wouldn't have thought he'd make anywhere near 25 gold. So, I mean, the total cost for training on a mage is something like 220 gold, and and that's the same as the cost on the druid. I'd have to log on to the priest to see the exact comparison there. I think on the whole, training costs are fairly similar. Comfortable if they hit stuff less and healed more. So I'm kind of over leveled for these dudes. I don't know if there's a minimum that crit percent goes to. But yeah, if you've got enough defense, isn't it more than their level? Then you get crit capped. I mean, it's more about control and having things actually hit me. So, like if they walk in and body pull, and I've got no rage, what am I going to do? Use AoE taunt as a 10-minute cooldown every time? Well, I can't do that. And I can taunt one mob. So if things are not hitting me and I'm not gaining rage, I'm mostly just, I'm not comfortable sitting at 50% health. Like, I know these particular mobs it's okay with, but I don't want to get into the rest of the dungeon with that being the norm when it actually does get harder. Because then you're risking double pulls and stuff. So you're ecstatic when the game moved to TBC Classic. You could consecrate on the pally. Off. Blah. That threat is fine. The annoying thing is if I shift to get out of that this thing again. But like, it's nice stamina and good spirit, but I prefer the agility for the threat procs. It's so good with the avoidance. It's not, well, I mean it would be avoidance and threat. But with your talent synergy as well. It's super nice. Heal! Cast heals! Come on! He's not even healing himself.
Hello.
Brave moss. I don't know, there's living dangerously, and there's just DPSing instead of healing, and I'm not. Like, he just doesn't. He doesn't feel good, you know. Nobody says anything when you ask questions. So how you're supposed to tell anything, I have no idea. you say, does anyone need the quest? And they say nothing, and then complain when they don't get the quest. Yeah, I know, it's frustrating. I mean, if people would only communicate and simply respond with a, yes, I need the escort quest, then it's much easier to say, okay, don't start it immediately. But you don't know how much people know, you don't want to have the same conversation each time. The group I was here with yesterday was worse. At least these people play the game. The group yesterday, two of them kept going AFK and not doing anything. And then the last one was trying to push to move faster because the dungeon was so easy. They were all from the same guild. They all obviously knew each other. But I'm not going to chain pull quickly if some people are literally just constantly AFK. On the last boss, I asked the mage deliberately not to attack the small adds because I wanted to tank them for extra rage, and they didn't listen and they nuked the small adds as hard as they could, so the boss took even longer to die because the mage wasn't doing single target damage. It's like, oh yes, that's the other thing. One of them was like pulling packs before I did, while the other two were the AFKers. Honestly, it was one of the worst dungeon groups I've had in months. Did nobody want this in the end, or what? How it was rolled for? Various people passed, I don't know. Two mages on the skeletons. Oh, it's cloth, not leather. Do I really have to do a multi-heal shift pull every single pack just to have some basic threat? It shouldn't be necessary, but I'm getting the feeling that's what I'm going to have to do. Oh, people don't care wherever they're playing. You get the faster people, you get the people who don't know what they're doing and have never played like the game before, let alone hardcore. You get the people who think they know everything but actually know very little indeed. But won't, they have their opinion and that's what's right. like in low level dungeons on a healer, and then depending on what healer I'm playing, I will absolutely be, you know, I'll do some damage as well as healing, and yeah, sure, it's fine. But once you get into the higher level dungeons, you want to do your job, your role, so that things don't go bad. I mean, if I suddenly took a huge amount of spike damage and his axe attack procced, can I be sure that they're going to click off the buff and heal? You know? I don't know. Let me go back. Yes, Axe Boy's the healer. We've got 2 mages and a rogue, apart from this shaman. Did he? No, he win free procced. I'm assuming the rogue needs them. You say he must wear his pants on his head. Well, like I said, it's not just like it's a priest that's wanding in between spellcasts, you know? Probably. I mean, I've got Dire Bear. I'm taking very little damage. I've got good threat. Well, I've got good threat when things are allowed to hit me. Right, what has he got active? Hopefully the mages this time just simply hit the boss. No, it's patrol. Want to cross roll. Oh, I haven't even used any potions this run. We got gold thorns up top. And yeah, gonna get the healer to simply heal. I don't want novas, I don't want anything. All I want tank them. The only annoying bit. Okay. Oh. That with mail's nice. And the dagger's nice for the rogue, depending on the spec. Grab the gold thorn. Oh. That's not helpful. I don't know which mage made the portal. I hate mages that do that. Whereas they make the portal, they go through the portal, and they instantly leave the group. Can you not wait just a couple of seconds?
What are you looking
I need the heavy leather. Nope. I don't need the Sephorium charge either.
Fight well, friend.
I don't think that I've had very little in the way of comments on streaming. I think I've had one group ever say don't want to be on stream, sorry. Fine. Most people just sort of say, hey chat. Assuming they want a buff or something. Self-found, ultra-hardcore, buff begging in Orgrimmar. Ah, right. We want to head back to Stranglethorn Vale, I think. Or no, there's the needles. I want Hearth to 1,000 needles, actually. Then head back to Stranglethorn. Yeah, if you get enough crit for through agility and stuff as bear form, like the primal fury kind of makes spamming swipe even on single target mobs actually better. Because the crit can generate more rage, and if you maul instead, it takes up, it's combined with your auto attack, so it's one less source of free rage. You're effectively spending rage for and missing out on a proc chance. But obviously when you're hitting multiple targets with swipe, any crit is a good crit. I think it's one thing that people, I don't think, really realise just how similar swipe and maul damage actually are. So that the maul adds 71 damage, but much like warrior, maul essentially works like heroic strike does. Turns it into a yellow attack, but you no longer gain rage from the hit because it's no longer a white hit. So it doesn't just cost 10 rage, it costs more than that. You're giving up whatever rage you would have gained from your auto. You can kind of maybe see how much that is roughly. 6 rage, perhaps. So it's costing 16. The swipe costs 15. So it actually costs less than the maul. It does, at the moment, it does 60 damage instead of 71. But it gives you that extra proc chance to gain another 5 rage. The actual calculation for working out break-even points and stuff is annoyingly complicated, of course.
Honored, I'm sure. Very good.
Hey! You have a great day now. Be seeing you. Alrighty then.
Talk to me! Glad I could help! Keep it real!
Hang on. I need to check the quest in Badlands. Hill diving.
Yo! Hurry back!
Did we must have handed in the Endurium quest previously then.
What's up? Be good! Talk to me! Glad I could help! What's up? Keep it real!
You don't do that. We have mining. Right. Where to go, what to do now? That's Badlands. Swamp. Back to Stranglethorn, it looks like. Or hand in safety first. Yeah, he's been waiting a minute. I've run a few more dungeons on the Druid, which is why we've out-leveled stuff. It's if it wasn't a quest chain with higher level elite parts, I probably would leave it. And if you're doing the Uniku chain, you may as well do the other troll quests. I mean, at this point, I think I'm more doing it for gold catch-up than for XP, really. It's the priest who really needs. Really needs a dungeon.
Hey, how you doing? Have a good one. Keep it real.
I really want to just get enough quests out of the log at the moment. It is a bit cluttered. And Stranglethorn stuff is the best way to do that, I think. Do Stranglethorn up to Swamp of Sorrows. Up to Badlands. And it won't necessarily be much XP per quest, but it will catch up on gold a bit. And it will use up some rested too. As evidently running that dungeon didn't actually
Keep it real.
Do we use that? That's the question. That's sold. That's trash. I'm happy with that. It's kind of a side grade. It's whether I want more. Want the damage or the stamina. I think we'll be okay without the extra stamina. I'd rather keep using the extra damage for questing. And at some point someone used mistletoe. I assume that was mid-dungeon because I think it lasts an hour. think we go to Orgrimmar, Grongol. As if we go to Booty Bay through Ratchet, we'll only need to fly north. You can grab our last quest as well, I guess. And the cooking. I think that's okay to do. It's going to get in the way of any of this. No, I think that's fine. We've got freedom in the log. Grab those. Ooh, okay. It is 1:30 though. I think I might need to head out and do some shopping in a bit. It would probably make sense to do that before starting the Stranglethorn Vale stuff. Because that's going to be a nice chunk of playtime. So I think what I'll do is we'll head to Orgrimmar, I'll grab these quests, and then we'll get the Zeppelin to Gromgol, and I'll log off in the inn there, the end of stream. Yes, yeah, I'll be back. Probably I might be able to fit something in this afternoon and early evening. But I should definitely be back on 9:30 GMT. And what? Probably look for a Scarlet Monastery with the priest. Today's just a bit weird and awkward. I've got a couple of appointments this afternoon. I need to do some shopping. It just, yeah, it's just the inconvenient times. just quickly grab cooking quest and the Feralass. We'll head out to the Zeppelin.
What you looking for? Bye bye now.
What can I help you with? Be safe.
Blood and thunder for the Horde.
Drink.
Arena is crazy. Oh, the last boss of Razorfen Downs is untankable. Except that literally just tanked it. Like it novas and you know, moves away from you. That doesn't mean you can't tank it. Yeah, untankable but not unbearable. Yeah. Like Zarina is someone who proclaims to know a lot. But I think in the past, was it like 8 or 9 days, they've died on, what is it now, 10 different characters that are mid-teens. Some of them have been sub-10. I wouldn't trust them to know what they're doing. Oh, they've played Shamans, they've played Druids, I think they played a Warlock, a Mage, I don't know. They've played on everything and anything.
Makra, speak.
Strength and honor. For the
Oh,
whole.
we've got some mistletoe. Use it to buff other people. Anyway, I've I've given up trying to give them advice. I think they ignored me at some point because they didn't like the advice that I was giving them as far as staying alive was concerned. I shall not bother anymore. Anyway, I'm gonna head out, do some shopping, etc. And we'll be back later on. So for now, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.